Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 American Battleship, Iowa. She has 9 406mm guns, 20 secondary guns, 93 AA defense rating, a surface detect of 12.2 kilometers, top speed 34.6 knots, total health 79,000. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, faster turret traverse, better main gun accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, concealment. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, faster turret traverse, superintendent, advanced firing training, and concealment again. We're on the map Estuary, and let's just run down what we've changed since the last Iowa game. I swapped out the AA range for the faster turret traverse. The net gain is a 34-second turret traverse between all of the different variables, the skills, and the modules, and I only give up 1.5 seconds rearm, which I think is pretty awesome. I have faster turret traverse than Japanese cruisers, and I do a lot more damage than a Japanese cruiser could ever do, given the right circumstances, of course. We also have the increased accuracy module. That was just an upgrade of the module that already existed. Now it's 11% versus the 7. Obviously, the main armament is great. It doesn't really impact battleships because they don't have torpedoes, except, of course, for the German battleship. Tirpitz. So I'm very happy with this build, and we're going to see how it works out. Now I engage the hipper, and I get a citadel, and 3 shells also make contact with the target. Don't know how much damage we did, but it is significant. I will throw my hat in the ring, and oh baby, it was significant. He's down to 8,700 hit points left. Not a good start for the hipper. And we just have to see if the friendlies are going to be able to take him out before our gun is reloaded. They do not. I unload all 3 turrets, and I try and lead him in the direction that he was moving. And the net gain is first blood. We're able to hit him directly on the hull. And this enemy destroyer is all alone against my team on this flank. It looks like his propulsion's knocked out. However, it looks like he has last stand, so he's going to be able to get out of there. He's just going to have a little bit less speed. He's going to be a reasonable destroyer. And I was ready to go, man. You can see how fast the turrets are traversing, and I don't give up that much, considering. Of course, the AA is important. It is your #1 protection from basically your hardest counter, which is an aircraft carrier. But you'll see we have an enemy torpedo bomber and a dive bomber incoming. I noticed that the enemy Atago is, well, he's stuck. So we're going to assist him. Probably trying to take something out, and I'm trying to exploit the fact that he was stationary. We let him in reverse, and we got a citadel for 16,000 points of damage. Where's the aircraft, Notser? They're dead. They weren't able to get close to us at all. The combined AA protection of my ship and the cruiser did perfectly. Didn't really notice that bad of an AA umbrella over my ship. It worked out pretty well. I really do like the faster turret traverse, and obviously this is one game, but it's pretty early on, and we've been able to hit some pretty good shots. Oh, man. 20,000 points of damage. You see that accuracy? You definitely feel the dispersion buff that they gave. I think the Iowa is like the top tier now. I really do feel like the speed, the concealment, the fact that your turrets traverse so quickly, the accuracy. Yes, you can't penetrate as easily. You know, maybe that shot would have netted a citadel for a Japanese high tier, but the proof is in the pudding, okay? The accuracy of the shells allowed me. And then, of course, karma, right? Everything disperses around the ship, but 9 times out of 10, the accuracy holds up. We just were unlucky. Maybe we could have saved the friendly battleship, although I think he actually got his torpedoes out. And the enemy cruiser taken out. And we're going to lose the friendly Tirpitz in the process. That's just the nature of all these players wanting to go ham, you know, hard as a mother towards the enemy base on Estuary. I don't know why. The first strategic decision most players, well, not most, but some players will decide, you know what? I want to immediately be targeted by the enemy and have no way to run away. That sounds like a great idea. You don't want to go in those gaps. Even destroyers, to an extent, are risking their ship far too much. And speaking of destroyers, we're going to try and fire on the enemy destroyer. He disappeared. I felt like I had a good lead on him. Yes, indeed, we had a good lead on him. And just look how fast these turrets are traversing. I can bring in a shot very quickly. My back gun went all the way 180, and I have it in position to engage the enemy Iowa. You couldn't do that with a Japanese battleship. Their turrets traverse much slower than the Americans, regardless of the modules. So the fact that you can have a turret traverse mod, skill, all together, the package is clear. You can engage targets more effectively and keep those guns keep those guns hot by just engaging on cooldown. The 1.5 second, not even noticeable. I tried to hit the York and somehow everything dispersed, or it ricocheted off that guy. He got lucky. He showed a perfect broadside. Now, I noticed something about the team right now. Everyone's pushing really hard on the western flank, but quite honestly, we've won that flank. We cannot allow them to go around behind us, capture the bases, and exploit the fact that they can, take on friendly targets that just can't get out of the way fast enough, like an aircraft carrier, right? I'm going to try and intercept the Mogami, the York, any other ship that might be in the area, and we've got a good broadside against this York. He is adjusting his heading slightly. I adjust my shot. It's probably not going to work in my favor. Anytime a target is committed to turning. Okay, we hit one for 1,300. 1,300 enemy destroyer. He's like, oh, no. He pops the smoke and he's hidden. Doesn't matter. Cruiser is the objective. You see how close the friendly aircraft carrier. He just rounded the corner. I set the destroyer as my secondary primary, just in case. And incoming AP rounds. Interesting choice, my friend. Maybe we can rebalance you. He's showing a perfect broadside, or nearly. I lead him in the direction, I elevate the gun slightly, and we let it fly. And boy, did it fly. We one-shot that enemy Mogami. I'm sure he's going to feel that for the next 10 matches. You saw how accurate those shells were dispersing on the target. It's really scary how much damage you can do with this ship. You're probably the fastest battleship in the game by far. You got the best concealment. You've got the best turret traverse. I can't really think of a battleship that has better turret traverse. This is top tier. This was a really fun match, and we're going to try and continue to bring on the pain to the enemy. Enemy York is pulling away. I am not going to get 18,000. I am not going to get close to him because every German cruiser has 6-kilometer range torpedoes. Why would he not send them out? It's the only way he can level the playing field, so you don't want to allow the only option for success to succeed for your opponent, right? Pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, now there's going to be islands in the way, and we can't engage them. That's the only thing that's stopped us so far, is these great big islands. But we got the speed, and come on. York, just make a mistake. Just get a little bit too far away from the island. Come on, but he's not going to do it. He's hard to port. He's turning inside the island. He's trying to keep it between himself and my ship for as long as possible. And he's only delaying the inevitable, right? Show yourself. I don't think I actually have the shell arc to reach over that front island right next to me, but we are so fast. I mean, this is a fast battleship. We can cover the area of an island really quickly, just like a cruiser. Oh, that looks good. It looks like a kill shot. What? We slightly missed. It looks like it hit a little too high on the hull, but the dispersion was there for a lot of shells. He sets us on fire. That's fine. It's one fire. I'm going to let it burn. Look at the enemy battleships that are trying to retreat as well. I want to get all the kills. Why is the game so successful that I'm not going to have an opportunity to even do damage to them? I'll try. Yep, here comes the other side. Never underestimate your enemy. I do it all the time, and it gets me a lot of losses. There we go. We take them out. If they have torpedoes, they should use them, especially if they are at a disadvantage. We were burning, but hey, we got 5 heals available. And can we get the 5th kill before the game ends? This is probably the last salvo. Come on, give us one more salvo. We got 7 seconds left. Nope. Definitely not enough time, but we were all over the map, fingerprint everywhere. I really enjoyed this particular build, and this was the first build I tried on the Iowa. We got First Blood, Devastating Strike, 4 kills, 125,000 points of damage, 2,277 base XP in a 10-minute match. It was all AP, it was very quick. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Iowa in 0.5.7. There's going to be more, my beloved, soon. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.